Hey, so everybody knows that I'm crazy and passionate about certification. It's why I created this course so many years ago. And I'm excited. I know Julie is just as excited about certification. So, Julie, why do you think it's important for people to get certified?
One thing that certification does is it makes you stay current. And if you pay any attention to what's going on in HR with all the laws and legislations and things changing and pandemics coming, we're never static in whatever your industry is, but the HR field is always changing. And this is one of the ways to make sure you stay on top of it. Another thing is when I have posted HR jobs with whatever level it was, I get, well, one job, I got 235 people apply. So when you look at it from the recruiter side, how in the heck do you determine which of the 235 are worthy of even talking to? And even getting down to narrowing it down is a massive time suck. So what I ended up having to do is saying, okay, who has a degree, who has certification, who has a degree and certification, who has the experience, and that was the 4 piles, and then started whittling it down from there. So it shows me you're staying on top of things, you're committed to continuous learning, and you're not going to be an issue if I'm going to hire you saying, no, you have to go to this training and get this thing done. You've already demonstrated you will go to training and keep learning.
And Julie, that's a great sort of XYZ story that just came up when I was doing a webinar for one of the vendors. Was a woman who said that she was at her company. She knew she wanted to get certified. They wouldn't pay for it, which they usually won't, you guys. The truth is they know that you are getting this certification to look better to other employers. Why should they pay for it? But she spent the $1,000, and it is not cheap to get certified.
Yeah.
That she spent the $1,000, and she ended up getting the job of her dreams with a $5,000 salary increase. So, that's where else are you going to get that kind of ROI, right? Your
exactly
investment.
And that's why I pursued a master's in the first place. Was there was a $20,000 difference in salaries if one had a master's, and I said, let's do the math on over the time. I'm going to go get this master's. So it's also, well, with your any college degree, they can't take it away from you. With your certification, they can take it away if you don't stay current on it, but once you go through that testing process, which we all will only do it once you pass it, is you're going to do what it takes to maintain it, and it's really not difficult. It's not difficult to get the continuing education unit. So, it just keeps you learning, and there's nothing wrong with continuing to learn. It's what keeps us young.
Right. Yay. Yeah. Julie and I want to do whatever we can to stay young. Julie, that's another really good point. On the continuing ed, people sometimes look at the requirements and get really nervous and think, well, I'm never going to be able to keep this up. There are so many ways, not only going to programs, there are zillions of free programs once you get certified, but also you get credit simply for maintaining your SHRM membership. You get credit for work you do in your job that might be new to you. So you can get credit for serving on your local SHRM board. So don't be swayed. It absolutely is easy to make.
Yeah. And when I was I was an HR manager for a startup, and I created every piece of their HR process that they still use. That was a chunk of my reader certification that round. And all I had to do is say, here's what I did. It was new. I'd never done it before. Here's evidence in my work. And we were done.
And that's it. So everybody, we hope to see you in class. Julie and I love the idea that we're going to be team teaching, and both of us are going to do sections, and we will see you there. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to either one of us. Thanks.